Hello gamers, what's up boys? Today for YouTube you're gonna get something that I haven't done in a little bit, and that's some good old Leo gameplay. Now, Leo gameplay is extremely difficult. I'm not the greatest Leo player either, and it's extremely difficult. Many of you that watch Twitch will have seen my attempts at recovery on the Leo towards 5k and seen me successfully fail multiple times over. It's a tank that I like playing, but it is really hard to play. And we're gonna start it up with, Daki, why do you use hardening on mediums? And the explanation is really simple. There are no real sniping maps in World of Tanks, in my opinion. Outside of like Prokhorovka and Malinovka, there are no real sniping maps. There are no maps where you're just purely a sniper. And most of those maps, you're either playing medium range, or you're forced to play on semi-close range anyways. So why would I not use hardening to have better trading potential? I mean, it doesn't make sense. That's why I do it, because I feel like it's still a good equipment. I can trade a little bit longer with people, make me survive a little bit longer. But anyways, we get Empire's Border from the good side, which means that we just go up, tap the links on the crossing, who's making an interesting play. The TDs should not be in position yet for me, which means I can make a small peek here from the left-hand side. Gotta be careful though. I swear that was on him. I swear that was on him. We can check here because they have a Type 5 Heavy. And let's be realistic, the Type 5 Heavy will never have crossed in his life yet. The other tanks, probably. The Type 5, never. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for here. To see if the Type 5 is willing to cross over. The 3 got knocked over on the corner as well. They can play camo on that corner. That is actually a possibility. I'm just blinding it a little bit to see if that maybe I can find something. Like there might be the Yak Tiger or something peeking that corner. Putting some blinds in towards it. Not connecting on anything though. No connections on that whatsoever, and I guess the Type 5 is just holding strong behind the corner, which means he's actually driving up the road here. He's crazy. He's crazy, guys. Give the Type 5 a shot here. And the Leo is just an incredible, nice tank to play gun-wise most of the time. You have also the ammo types, 278 on the standard, 1.5, and 323 on the premium. With 1.6, it is an extremely fast ammo that is extremely shit aim by me. Missing 2 shots so far this game because of mediocre aim. We peeked on the right here because the 1-to-1 is in the middle. We didn't want to get shot by the 1-to-1. Did that make sense? We can try to blind towards him as well. He might get spotted by my teammates from up at some point, and I don't know why the Type 5 would do that, but you know, it is what it is. Some more blinds not connecting though. Many tanks from the enemy team are in the north. I might actually be tempted to drive through towards the charge for 2 and just push through the north here as quickly as I can. And push towards their base, maybe find the Waffenträger on my way. I am the fastest tank, which means that I should be the fastest one to take this entire side of the map as well. And I'm not even really gonna care at this moment in time about this Indian Panzer. Just give him the shot. Lynx gets spotted out. I'm gonna give them another one. We got 2 on the Indian Panzer. Now I'm on my journey to find the Waffenträger, really, is what I'm trying to find here. PTA gets spotted out, he's just watching. We can use the building in between us and him to just drive closer to him. The Waffenträger is spotted, which means that the PTA is really the only opponent at this location that we could challenge or see. He's running away, which means I'm just going to chase him. I have better DPM. I have less HP in a second as well because of Skoda. And spotted. It's okay, we're gonna take 1. We give him 1 back. We're gonna peek this now. Give him another one for 420. And Leo in a low tier MM like this, well, low tier, we have tier 8, 9, is actually a bit of a brawler IMO. You gotta play it that way. Because it's the only way you get damage in these kind of games is if you actually try to play and not try to like hide and snipe, because you wouldn't get too much out of it in my opinion. I mean, I gotta be careful now because of the A-line, because the Leo could be there. It does seem to me like the Leo is indeed there. So gotta be careful of that. I mean, I would like to push around the corner, but he's actually in a weird position. Interesting. He's like here. That's weird. I've never seen that before, actually. I want to get the shot on the projector though, so go wide through the outside here. Get the shot against the projector, very good. The Leo now spotted out as well, but he's a one shot, so it's not going to be the best of the best of the best of games ever. But it's going to be pretty close to 5k, as in 4,970, which is a pretty good result nonetheless. But yeah, Leo is one of those tanks. I think it's like very rewarding to play, but I think it's also very, very hard to play, like extremely hard to play properly and successfully. It's probably one of the best tech tree mediums, but the difficulty level to play this tank is insane. Actually, it's extremely hard, and yeah. That's just the thing, man. It's just the thing. It's extremely hard to play because you're playing against all these tanks with armor, with alpha, and that can really pound you pretty hard and pretty quickly, which means that you just have to make fantastic trades to make this actually work. And I think for the majority of players, trying to find the balance on the Leo and when do I play closer to the enemy, when do I decide to actually make a trade, because you can't always do free damage, is probably the hardest thing to learn on a tank like this, because one mistake on this tank doesn't mean death, usually, if you peek the wrong corner. Anyways, we get a Siegfried line from the south. The enemy team is even 90 and LTV. We have double even 90. We can start at the 3 here. You can start from here as well, because you can maybe shoot somebody in this area. It's a position that I sometimes like to use. You just have to make sure you knock over the 3 so you have some camo, and then you can sit here and watch, and sometimes enemies get spotted in this area here, which then leads into a shot, but still have time to shoot the light on the left as well, just a bit longer distance of a shot if it comes down to it, but that's fine still. Even 90 gets spotted. Aim, give him a nice shot. And even now I won't be using improved aiming, which is my second setup anyway. I won't use it right now because I know that I'm going to be cutting closer to the opponents at some point either way, because that's really just how I play this tank. I mean, I stay in the back in the beginning. Leo guns sometimes, boys. Leo guns sometimes. It's unbelievable. He's too low to shoot him. Can try it here. I mean, we're not going to be hitting that either way. It's just too far. He's too small. So, no spot there. What you can also do is blind fire that corner there. Would not be the first time that there is indeed a, how do I say it, a TD camping on that corner. You could put some blinds into the standard bush here, where the LTV might be. You can see the splash behind, so he's not there. I mean, I don't really think somebody is going to be there, but you know, it's always nice to clear it. So even Henry's getting pushed on slightly, and I want to see if I can get a shot on the LTB because he's tracked. We don't get the shot on the LTB because, well, we're unlucky, to be honest. That one is unfortunate. My even 90 is pushing up though, which means that I might be able to go under in a near future. I gotta wait for them to actually kill the LTB and see where the even 90 went. I'm gonna start going under now. I only have 1 shot of damage. I could have had 3 shots of damage if RNG blessed me, but as you know, sometimes the RNG has to be against you to not seem like, you know, your CC RNG is just working too good, you know what I mean? So That's what's happening now. We get a nice shot on even 100, even clear the field. We can pick up here for a shot of damage on the TNH. Maybe even more than the one shot of damage. You're kind of playing it like an assault defense mode game at this point in time. I mean, you just keep picking this. You don't have to be afraid. Try and get a maximum amount of damage in. You have your 260 push up there. You have every position you would want to just farm from this area here. And it's kind of for free. I mean, the TNH might shoot you once, but at the same time, you know, you're just picking him off. The IS-3 is speaking there as well, as you can see. Gotta pay attention to that, but the T6 is probably gonna deal with him. We do take one from the TNH, which at this point in time is just like a fine trade, to be honest. IS-3 peeking. Can finish him. We do. Then you knock over the 3 here, because, you know, like just like in assault defense, you play behind the 3 to get some spots and shots on the guys playing there. You won't get a shot really against this TNH without over peeking, which is not something that I'm inclined to do. He's over peeking by himself though, which means we get 1 on him. The other spotted us, so we have to wait for D spot, go for peeking again. 2 seconds to do 1 more, 79 damage. I'll take it still. Now we waited until D spot, and then we go for the guys sitting behind the 3s here, or we start rotating south. Both are possibilities. I'm not sure if anybody's gonna spot these guys really here. There's still an STRV unspotted as well. 5100 peeking. Not peeking enough though. The BZ is pushing up, and I'm just a bit afraid of the STRV here to really be making 2 aggressive moves. I get one on the 5100. We take it. We do get spotted for that, but he goes down. And now I do want to take the north, but I'm still afraid of this tier 9 STRV. Pantera is booking it out of there. He should die to the TNA. There's a guy behind him that just knocked over the 3s. Pantera is driving down. I think my TNH missed his 2nd shot, which means that we should pick him up. Get the shot on the Pantera. My city is holding, let's put it that way. They still have an ID as well to kill, which, you know, I love killing IDs. There was definitely still the Scorpion or something over there because it spotted. I don't know if the Scorpion actually spotted us. I'd be interested to know. I know the idea is somewhere here as well. I do have HE loaded at this point in time to take it out against the Scorpion. When the Scorpion shoots, we kill the ID first before he reloads and gives us another one because he's shooting damage HE. So we pick that guy up. We're gonna use the Pantera Rec a little bit to our advantage here to try and not get another shot from the Scorp. He shoots the BZ instead. Should have the reload to kill him now. We do kill him, roll him back towards the APCR ammo. Gotta somehow try and support my 260 without peeking too high and taking shots at this moment in time. Let's just push him back into the city. The SRV has HP, the 1-1 has HP. We still have a little bit of HP to work with. The biggest issue here is that the enemy team still has an even 90 alive, which could become annoying in the later stages of this game. The SRV is now starting to push my 260. It does seem like my 260 is committed like slightly too far inside the city. Which is not great for me. Kinda wanna kill the Liz here. And I do manage to do that. I kill the Liz. I'm actually gonna dip over here. My even escaping, even though I don't think that's such a good play at this moment in time. He is bailing from it. I have my Scorpion spotting ahead of me on the other angle. I can play back over here, I guess. Miss his cupola. That's unfortunate. Hit it on the 2nd time though. And get a pretty decent roll. I don't want to peek this again when I'm spotted. To be fair with you. 1-1. Give him 1. Gotta try and stay safe from the SRV when you're shooting the 1-1. Bounced him on that one though. The SRV is now peeking over here. K91 PT is chasing even 90, which I can still punish though. RNG is not working out here, boys. It really isn't. K91 PT is looking at me though, which I can't do anything about at this moment in time. Even 90 on the other side. Give him one though. I think even it's time to start running away after I kill the even 90. Got to even 90 dead now. CRV looking to peek me. He went into siege mode. Another unfortunate bounce. I'm gonna die to the ram. I tried my best, man, but RNG did not want it. Like, RNG really did not want it whatsoever, man. Couldn't kill the SCRV. I mean, I tried everything, dude. I literally tried everything. With like a slightly better luck there. The 1-to-1's a one shot. The Canadian PT is for 200, no, 600. Like, I don't know. I really tried everything there in my possibility. But at the end, the RNG did not want to. Like, I didn't want to. I also, like, I could have killed the SRV earlier already, which means I would be unspotted and just able to farm. There's so many things in this battle at the end there that could have gone better on my direction that would have, like, really been an advantage for me. I mean, the Scorpion does kill the SRV, so there's a chance here, but I wouldn't say it's a really big one. Actually, a bounce from the Canadian 1PT. I mean, the 1-to-1 is going to kill the even, so... Oh, but the even did make him a one-shot. Poor even 90. Poor even 90. Yeah, I don't know. I think we lost this. It is unlucky, though, a bit. Like I said, with some slightly better RNG, things could have gone my way. Like, the Canadian 1PT shot was unfortunate. One shot was unfortunate. That CRV shot was also unfortunate. And like, mainly the important part there is killing the 1-to-1. No, sorry, not the 1-to-1. It's killing the SRV. So then I could just play and be unspotted. But now the Canadian 1PT knew exactly where I was the whole time. So there is that. Not going for me whatsoever. I don't think the Scorpion can win. I've seen stranger things happen, though. I mean, I've really seen stranger things happen. It depends if they go cap or not, to be honest. Like, it really depends if they go cap or not. Like, if they cap, I think it should always be over. But they might just go for the damage. And then he has an opportunity, because the 1-to-1's a one-shot for him. If the Canadian one doesn't hit him, because you could assume the 1-to-1 is going to trade, so he's going to make him a definite one-shot, Canadian 1 PT. I don't really know what the enemy team is doing. That's the thing. Like, I don't know. If they wanted to cap, they would already be on the cap, though. And they are not. Which is pretty interesting. No, but really, though, where are they? Ah, they finally started capping. I'm guessing it's the 1-to-1 on the cap. Although it took him a really long time to get to the cap, though. Could also be the Canadian 1 PT at this moment, because it took so long before they got to the cap. We cannot spot the cap from here, you'd have to go close. I mean, you're always in a unfavorable situation if you're the Scorpion there, because no matter what you do, it's always bad for you, to be honest. Like, you push towards the cap here, the Canadian 1 PT could be watching. They could be in a bush, you have to overpeak. None of it is great, but what else can you do? Push on the left, maybe? No? That's what I thought for a second. Oh, he's hiding behind the wreck. Where's the Canadian 1 PT here, man? Get him, Scorp. Oof, HE. HE from the 1-to-1. Good play. Actually, good play. Good play from him. Not gonna lie. Didn't expect him to load HE actually in the 1-to-1. But yeah, good play from him. I tried my best though. Like, I really tried my best. I don't know what else I was supposed to do. I really don't know what I was supposed to do in this battle. To carry my team to victory. I think I did the most possible, really. I don't know. I mean, I really tried it. 260 also did a lot, but yeah. I don't know. Sometimes it's just not enough. And now we get the map, though, that I talked about. This is the only pure sniping map where I will use... Man, I don't have it ready! Unlucky. Normally, for some reason, I didn't set it up. My mistake. On this map, I would use improved aiming, vents, and rammer. Because it is like the one map where... how do I say it? Sniping is your main thing in the Leo. I mean, you always go towards 1-2 IMO. The Kran is complaining when he's playing a Kran, interesting. Where you go towards 1-2 and you're just sniping most of the time. What do I usually do here is I just go towards the red line. If I see my light going middle, like EBR or whatever, I see them if I see them go middle. I think it's AFK though. EBR is AFK, epic. Then I will just sit here. And the reason why you can sit here is because it's very, very elevated. So you get a slightly better shot than you would. My driving just straight towards 1-2. Well, we're not gonna see any peaks from anybody. So we also have nobody going towards the hill, which is another thing, which I won't talk about because this is Prokhorovka in a nutshell nowadays. Nobody goes towards the hill. I mean, our EBR is AFK. That is actually the most annoying thing you can get. On a map like Prokhorovka, your EBR going AFK is disgusting, to be honest. I don't know how else to put it. It is disgusting. Number 1 rule, boys, always knock over the 3. Always knock over the 3. That was not the way. But yeah, I didn't hit it right. You can also knock over this one though, gives you some slight camo as well. There's always room to make up for knocking over the first 3 barley by knocking over the second tree, or even knocking over the pine tree. If things come to that point, all of those are possibilities. I don't want to block the SCRV, but I also kind of want to be able to peek, which is... I mean, that just goes incredibly low. Like, that goes so incredibly low. I mean, I could have had 2 shots of damage there. I have 0. I got 1 though. I got 1 where I could have had 3. I mean, such is life, I guess. And my team indeed didn't have nobody on the hill, so we have already lost the hill, as you can clearly see by my team's positions and the fact that there's an E5 that rolled over it. I don't know if the SRV is spotted or not. Looks like he might have been. You can also blind those guys over there. Something I like doing is try to blind the guys speaking the ridge. My EBR is also just an interesting player. Light goes low again. We have nobody spotting the 1-2 pushing up. At all, like we have nobody spotting 1-2. The SRV is not doing it either. I wish he would go back so I can go in the bush to spawn, but I can't. Some of these shots going this low is a bit... The thing is, I can't play behind the... I can't play in front of the SRV and spot the 1-2 lines. Like, I can't actually spot when he's sitting here. Because I can just sit in the 3 and actually spot. He's not doing it, so at some point he's gonna get spotted by the light pushing up and die. Which again, it's not my fault when he does, but yeah, it would be... Oh, the fire compensation, I will take that. Oh, wait, is he gonna spot? No, he's not gonna spot. 3 peeking over, T100 pushing up. Just wanna make sure I sit safe on the T100. Because, like, I don't want to get spotted by him. If I do, it's not gonna be that good. I can play behind the 3 though. I'm running Ichina. In 5 minutes 33, and I'm gonna start rolling down and let them kill the SRV, which is exactly what happened. I told you what was gonna happen. By the way, I told you what was gonna happen, and it did happen. And yeah, well, not my fault, right? Not my fault. I'm gonna slowly push the wreck forward and not sit behind it straight. It's like push, check if they blind fire, push it again, go back, check if they blind fire. Because if you're just constantly pushing the wreck, somebody's gonna blind it. But my T100 is spotting now as well, though. I'm like the secondary line of spotter in this regard. Their EBR is probably indeed just playing on this 1-2 line and chilling. And yeah, the state of Proko here is kind of annoying. Let's put it that way. Like the state of and the way people play Proko. And I mean, like, I don't know, like, I'm a Leo. I don't really feel like I should be going towards the hill either way. It's not really even the medium's fault that there's not a single tank like holding the hill, you know? Like, you really can't blame medium players for this, that there's nobody on the hill. It was like a combination. I mean, yeah, maybe I could have gone hill, but I don't know, man. I don't think that would have been a good play either for me. Especially because I'm a Leo. Out of any tanks you expect on 1-2, the Leo is more... a more likely one, I would say. TVP and 140 on the hill. He has to be on the rock here, though. No, Gorilla. 2, 1. Fact, I was still reloading. Costing me. I don't know. Just gotta wait. This is a patience kind of game. There's not too much to talk about because there's not anything you can do. You just gotta wait and hope that the enemy team players make mistakes. I don't know, that the enemy EBR decides to make a mistake. There's so many things here that you can be waiting for. They could have retaken the rails already if they wanted to as well. I'm surprised enemy EBR has not YOLO'd yet though. That's the most surprising factor here. I'll take it. Auto render damage is still damage, boys. So the 5-8 dies as well, actually. I thought that was pretty close, probably. I mean, we need to somehow clear the EBR. Which I don't know how we're gonna do. So 140 is at the rails now. And I want to show you this little thing. You see this here? This fence being destroyed usually means that the light tank is in there. Well, I mean, why does it mean that? Because that's a solid row of fences. So, how do I say it? It's a solid row of fences, which means that you can only get there by driving over the fences. I got spotted. So he's indeed somewhere there. And I'm out of HP. I mean, I don't really expect to hit this, but it would be nice if I did, you know? I thought it would turn slightly more sideways. Thinking has never been one of my specialties, though. I mean, maybe I could have used the improved aiming here. Let's be realistic. This is something. Finally, dude. Finally. I mean, my lighting is dead though. I should start retaking the other side of the map. Side turret of the E4, I mean, side face of the E4 is always spammable when he's not facing. I'm just gonna run away now. And back off. And go kill the Leo. We'll kill the Leo. I think that is the way there to proceed in this battle, is to go clear the hill. I just gotta somehow dodge the airdies. I was so not ready for that. Like, I was so not ready for that peek, dude. I don't know, I was so not ready for it. Like, I didn't expect him to peek that. Like, I was so not ready for it, I don't know. I just never expected the Leo to be that brave. Or stupid. The T100 goes to like through the middle, and then spots that way. Like if he goes like this, he will spot everybody for free, like the remainders of the enemy team. Because of the fact that the light is in E1, so in the lighting there you can always go through the outside, and then just go clear, because you know where the light is, which means you can go around him and nobody else has any view range to outspot you. So there is that. I mean, okay. The FVs are one shot, interesting. I just start and keep moving closer to get towards C1, because obviously their EBR is still sitting there. I do think that EBR may have stayed slightly too long in that area. I know like it's a good position to get more assists from, but if he was actually doing some other things as well, like not just sitting in E1, it could have really helped their team though. And I mean that because like yeah, sure, it's good to have the spot, but at the same time, man, at some point everybody just expects you to be there. But yeah, 5k visual, maybe slightly more blinds. Don't think so though. Like I don't think we had any blinds in this game. We'll see. I'm getting curious if I blinded anything. No, I blinded nothing. I shot so many shells, and this is a big minus. 43 shells. Minus 155k. Mine, I have no boosters running or anything, okay? And I did blind a lot. And yes, you can run a more healthy ammo setup in the Leo if you want to blind, of course. Over the 3 games, we got 5.7. And we already talked about the first equipment setup, which was HP Stabs Rammer. The second one that I use is Improved Aiming Vents Rammer. That is a pure sniper setup. And then in terms of field mods, it is always modular durability. And then I use the aiming circle size. I use the extra reverse speed. In this one, I use the minus 5% aiming circle size, but I use the directive to compensate for that, so keep the reload the same. So if you're not going to use the directive, don't even bother with either of the two, or just accept the extra reloads that you may get with the smaller aiming circle size, of course, more towards a sniper. And then here I have plus 5% engine power, because the Leo has like an aiming time that is non-existent anyways. Like it is neglectable. It is neglectable. But anyways, gamers, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna see you guys all on the very next one. Let me know what you'd like to see next. Thank you for watching, and peace, please. Ciao, ciao.